Hey Mets fans, it's your boy and host Chente Camacho Jr. of the Bearded Mets Banter. Unfortunately, I tried to hold a contest in my last video, but I didn't receive enough comments to activate the drawing for the mug. I'll wait for it for a future date until I guess viewership grows and the interaction grows. So what I'll do is I'll just hold off. I have plenty of stuff. The season's long enough. Let's go Mets. Let's do this. I know I can reach at least 25 comments on one of these videos someday. But jumping into the most recent events, y'all, before we get into the show, or what I have to say, the Don't Be This Guy segment I'm saving for y'all. It's been a rough 19 games. The fan base is super impatient. A lot of you guys are really flying off the handle and giving this team a lot of shit. I understand the frustration. Believe me, I do. I get it. I feel like at any moment the bats are gonna break out, and when it doesn't happen each game, it's a letdown. I totally get it, y'all. But we have to hang on. It hasn't even been 25, 30 games yet. Hasn't even been 40 games yet. We have to take it easy, man. 40 games. I say what? 40 games? What's a quarter of the season? Let's give it a quarter of the season. Quarter of the season hasn't even hit yet. We'll know more or less what we have at a quarter of the season. People are like, oh, but it's a quarter of the season. It's too much. It is not too much. Be patient. We've seen things happen throughout the years historically in baseball. Teams go on epic runs. And this team has the roster that when it gets all put together, that they all get it together in one shot, they can make one of those epic runs. It's just that right now you guys are so thirsty to have such a great team, to compete and to brag about. I want that as well. But let's just pump our brakes a little bit. Let's just take our time. The expectations are so high is that we're not really giving these guys a break. Especially, the guys that are getting paid the most. Namely, of course, Francisco Lindor is bearing the brunt of it. The guy's taking accountability. Let's cut him some slack. Defensively, he had one rough game, but he's been on his toes. The guy after the game, he tells you that he knows he's not performing to the level where he needs to perform to satisfy the fans. So with that being said, with him showing accountability, with him showing that type of guts to stand up to the media and to the fan base and to look into the camera and to say, I know I'm going to be better. I can be better. I will be better. And to go out every night and keep trying it deserves merit. It's going to happen. And when it happens, get ready, Mets fans. All right? Let's jump into the next episode of Bearded Mets Banter. The 7 train's right there, y'all. We out. Let's go.
This is a Mets Willets Point bound 7 local train. The next and last stop is Mets Willets Point.
Closing doors, please.
Yo, don't be this cat. This cat says, Conforto is so bad, he can't score from second on a single with 2 outs and a DH in left field. A real smart baseball player scores on a hit there. Sorry, that was a line drive straight to JD Martinez. The ball was hit really hard. JD Martinez made a good play on it, and he has a strong arm, as you saw, when he gunned out somebody else before trying to take second for a double, right? And it was a really strong throw, so that was a good heads-up play. You know what you talk about. Next. Like, for real, don't be this cat. Don't be this cat. This cat goes, well, I'm done until June with this overrated team. They suck. They don't suck. And I guarantee that you will be back before June. I guarantee it. Watch. Serious. Boom. Don't be this dude. Same dude. Said he'd be back June, right? That's what he said, the overrated team, whatever. Then he goes, since 2017, Lindor offensive numbers and analytics have been on the decline. He's wrong. I'm sorry to be a hater. And he admits to being a hater. That's so sad of you. I don't see him hitting 25 plus homers and batting. You're bugging. I leave it there. Then again, he said, this is the guy that says he's not going to be back till June, right? Same dude again. Don't be this guy, right? Again, this is the guy that wasn't going to be back in June. And he goes, Francisco Lindor, the $300 million hype man. Then this is beast mode, the comment underneath. I thought you was done till June. It's true. I thought you were done till June, money. Like, leave it alone. You should just stop commenting overall. Like, for real. What you're doing is just, you're making yourself sick doing this. You know what I'm saying? It's you're beating a dead horse, B. You know what I'm saying? It's like standing outside, beating a dusty rug, and just inhaling all that dust. That's what you're doing right now. Stop being a fool. Take it easy. This team's going to take off, and once it takes off, you're going to be a stand on here raving about them. Well, this last portion of the Don't Be This Guy is dedicated to this kid. The kid from the NYM News. Give you background, I followed his group on Instagram. It was pretty good when I first joined it. Then he started getting outlandish and making disrespectful comments as such, and I just backed off and stopped following altogether. Then I recently saw him when he made those disparaging comments about the Seven Line Army fans. The Seven Line Army fans, he called them a bunch of 50-year-olds. I took offense because I support the Seven Line Army. I like what that group brings to the fan base, the energy it takes to other ballparks, and what it does for the fan base in general. It gets us Mets fans known. And for you to make those disparaging comments and try to like separate the fan base within a generation gap is absurd and disrespectful on your part, young man. And for that, not only do you get a Don't Be This Guy, but you get you're a moron for that, young man. And learn respect. Learn respect. That's something that you have to be taught. You have to learn respect, because the comments you made to try to separate the fan base into a young group and an older group is wrong, because we all cheering for the same team, you know, and what you did was wrong, man. I don't appreciate it at all. It's let's go Mets all day for me, and for me to sit here and see a young Mets fan and try to disparage him because he's going wild and crazy, and for me to make rude comments about you, I'm not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to call you out on your behavior and point you out. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, you're this or that, or, you know, some people just really do in general need to stop posting because they keep posting the same thing, and some people show that they don't have any baseball knowledge. That's why I do the Don't Be This Guy. I don't do the Don't Be This Guy to discredit people or to hurt their feelings. It's just to raise awareness. This shit is therapy for me as it is for you. Because at the end of the day, when we look back on things, I've done it myself. When we look back on these things, we laugh. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to provide some levity with this. And I'm pretty sure out there in the past, I've posted some crazy stuff on Facebook with regards to Terry Collins and situations in baseball. We all fly off the handle. We all rant. We all go crazy. But at the same time, there are people that are just persistent with it. And that's why I do this Don't Be This Guy. It has to be exposed. And for people to say that certain behavior that the Mets fans are displaying at the stadium, booing the team, is Yankee behavior, is absurd. It's douchebag behavior. It's behavior that, you know, you can boo. You pay your money. You can boo. But to be booing 19 games into a 162-game season is completely asinine. And check yourselves on that. With that being said, y'all, peace and love. Thank y'all always for tuning in to another episode of Bearded Mets Banters. Don't Be This Guy. Como siempre, treat each other with respect. Peace and love. I got to jump on that 7 line. You already know High Point, North Carolina is a long, long way. 553 miles to be exact. Peace. I'm out.
This is a Mets Willets Point bound 7 local train. The next and last stop is Mets Willets Point.